Hello everyone, welcome here. Music volume is maybe a little high. Let's turn that down some. That should probably be better. Alright, anyway. Today we're going to start the Valheim run. Because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to play today. And it was getting later. And I was scrolling through the Steam library. Well, okay, that's a lie. I was actually playing RuneScape. But I was thinking about scrolling through the Steam library. And I went, you know what, screw it, let's just start the Valheim run, and then we can transition it over to the weekend slot once that comes free. So, for now... Which character is this? And why did I name it Milo the Cheat? Whatever. This here is probably the character I had on the actually, wait, was this the character I had on the Armco server? I don't think so. I think this was the character I had on the Armco server. Back when Valheim first came out. I don't know when this one would have been from. This might have been something I made later. Alright, we're going to create a new one for sure. We can glow like the sun, or we can look like we got burnt in the sun. Let's go for something a little more neutral. What kind of ugly hair can we get? Definitely not a mullet. Yeah, most of this is ugly at best. You. Nah. That'd look good on a chick, though. That's definitely not very manly. That is hideous. Anyone who actually uses this hairstyle should probably be shot for the betterment of the human race. Good old simple ponytail is pretty decent. As is that. I think we'll just go with the good old classic loose ponytail. Well, I don't think there's much questioning which one we should go with. It's got to be Majestic. There. Give it just a little bit of brown. Alright, now what should we do for name? I don't suppose I can reuse an old name. Nope. Damn it. We're one character short of what I want to do. We can do that. But that doesn't make sense. I think actually what we should do is delete this character. Actually, I don't care about that character at all. I kind of want to just delete this character, but also it's the very first Valheim character, so I don't want to delete that one. Yeah, no. Okay, whatever. Oh, naming things is difficult. I really wish I could do the younger, but that's not going to work. Screw it. Wait, why can I no longer enter spaces in the name field? There we go. There was a space in the name field. Okay, good enough for who it's for. I definitely want a new save. One of these... Let's play this character real quick. Because one of these saves, I think it's this one, is the old Armco server. Because I remember now I got a backup save from somebody so I could look around the server after it shut down. I wonder if this is it. Because if so, we can go look around at my old base and stuff, assuming it still loads in the current version. I really hope this works, because that was a really cool base. Also, I'd be somewhat surprised if it can still load saves that old, but also not that surprised, because it did claim it was available. This might also be my old single player. Okay, this is my old single player game from when I first played Valheim. So this is not it. Okay. Now. Might be this one. I assume I still have that save available. I might actually not. Because I know I had it at one point. But I guess we'll see in a second. If it's not available, it might be in the archives somewhere, but I'm not going to take the time to hunt it out. It's just if I happen to have it. Oh yeah, this is definitely the old Armco server. Okay. So down here is the basement. As this sign notes, this little spike of dirt supports most of the roof. Yes, really. There's cooking stuff. Workbench. the upstairs that was never actually used for anything. There should have been a portal right here, but I think it was just destroyed. I'm not sure where that portal went or what it used to be named. But whatever destroyed it is now on my shit list. Here's other portals. This one is Milo Post 2, Milo Post 3, and Milo Post 1. Okay. Clearly I was imaginative when naming things. Here's the kitchens. Surprised I didn't put a door on that. Up here's a bit of farm area. There's where the pigs were kept. Yeah. There's a little castle, complete with a moat. There's this little wooded pond that I kept inside the walls because I thought they were cool. The walls themselves, of course, were walkable all the way around. I think my very first YouTube video was a quick walkthrough of this base that I made for some reason. No voice on it though, so... Okay, but this portal here used to go to the portal hub, which is over that way somewhere, a long ways, I believe. Here's where my smelters were. And upstairs of that was mostly empty. Although there was a hidden, sort of hidden, ward up here to prevent anyone from stealing crap from my smelters. Not that I was too worried about that. I don't remember if this road went anywhere. No, it's just dead-ended here. It was built purely because that seemed like a good side to have an exit on, I guess. Close this up. Okay, what do I have in my inventory that is non-teleportable? A singular black metal scrap. Why am I carrying a singular black metal scrap? Good question. Let's go dump it real quick. Not there apparently. I do have it under ore. Alright. Because I didn't want to go through some of these portals. But anyway. I'm not sure why there's a neck over here, but anyway. I don't remember where this one is. Oh, okay, this is one that's at the base of the mountain where I was mining. There's Mistlands right there, which Mistland wasn't really a thing back when this was played. But anyway, this is a very basic outpost. This is my plains outpost one. I took over a tower in the plains and improved it a little bit. I left some of the original features, as you can tell. Okay, so that means that the portals to my other outposts are in the portal hub. Yeah, there's a bit of a farm. Small dock. Nothing too fancy here. Alright, well, since the portal hub portal is dead, and I don't remember what it was named, so we can probably just replace it and try to remember what it was named. That might work. Let's see. There we go. Let's go ahead and place that there where it belongs. Okay. How do I... Okay. Was it just named? No. Oh, maybe it was. Took a little longer to connect than I thought it would. Okay. This place is not small. Each of them has a little sign that says the name of whoever built it or what it was. Deep North. House at Portal is free to take over. This is one I built. I just built the tower way up north because it was cool. And I didn't actually want it for anything. Which means, unfortunately, it's actually not that cool of a house. Also, where's the train it was built on? Don't want to touch anything here lest it collapse. This thing, some parts of this were such a pain to build. For stability reasons. But it was built on a rather cool hill and it is collapsing. You can hear it collapse. Had like a lighthouse thing up top here. Uh-oh. Yeah. Alright. Hopefully that doesn't save. That probably means that since the deep south was changed as well, that probably didn't survive either. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to keep that saved. But anyway, we'll restore that back up. Okay. Obviously the deep north terrain changed at some point, which means probably my Surtling farm in the south is dead as well, if I had to guess. I literally flattened an entire island so that it was awash in water, but Surtlings would still spawn on it, and they would die instantly. You could go there and just pick up bazillions of Surtling cores. There was no real reason to, but if you ever need Surtling cores, you could get a lot of them. Hopefully as long as we... Well, the plains area was fine, so hopefully as long as we don't visit deep north or deep south, we should be good. There is one other place I want to visit. No, I'm in the deep north. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate indeed. Okay. Well, let's pick one of the other saves. Let's pick this much more recent one. And then manage saves. Okay, we don't want anything from 2026. Hopefully I'll load in at spawn, because as a character I don't think it's visited this world before. I could probably use console commands to teleport my actual character back to where he's supposed to be, but... Because I think maybe the character stores where they're at in the world, which might explain why you started in the deep north. But anyway, it doesn't matter. There's like one thing I want to go look at yet, and then we'll go start a new game. Okay. Spawned in just a random spot. Wait. This isn't where the castle was it? No. Pretty sure it's not. Hey you, get wrecked. Actually, this might be where I had my castle. What the hell is going on with this save? Well, whatever. Let's just go ahead and make the thing we were actually intending to make. Start. New world. We'll call it something rather boring. SP2 for single player number 2. It needs to be 5 characters, okay. That'll be good enough. Actually, no. Call it stream save. That's much more likely for me to remember what it's supposed to be. I highly doubt I want to change anything from normal. Yeah, anyway. Just normal difficulty's fine. If I was playing multiplayer, I would set it to no map just to torture people, but we're not doing that, so. No map makes it very difficult to find things. Also, I might need to turn the music down a little more, depending on what the end game is like compared to what the menu is like. I remember the menu always being kind of loud, but yeah. I already turned down the music a ton. I might need to turn it down more. We'll find out in a minute. Very large bird lady. I'm not really quite sure what to think of their take on Valkyries, but anyway. I assume this is supposed to be a Valkyrie, I don't remember exactly. Anyway, whatever it is, it's about to dump us in the middle of nowhere. I'll consider it. After dragging me through the trees, apparently. Okay. Actually, do I want to... let's see. Can I swap into a first-person view? I probably don't want to run first-person most of the time, I guess. Even if it was plausible. Okay, anyway. I am Huygens, and here to guide your travels. Megaliths surrounding your sacrificial stones represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend to Valhalla. Well, that's nice. There, we got a pointer to the nearest Eikthyr. Okay. This one reveals summoning place of Eikthyr, your first prey. Eikthyr is pretty easy to defeat, unless they made him harder somehow, which I doubt. Let's see, what do we got? We have Eikthyr himself. His antlers are branches of iron, they crack the rocks and bring down mountains. His hooves are the sound of thunder, his voice a howling gale. Alright, and then this is the second boss, I believe? I don't remember what he's named. Elder, maybe? Something like that? Anyway, he appears in the forest. First of the forest, king of the wood, lord over those who dwell at his feet. His roots will grow where cities once stood. Their blood is wine, their flesh is meat, yada yada. Okay. This one is bone mass? Yeah, bone mass. Boss of the swamp. Wanderer, look to your feet that tread upon our tomb. 1,000 bones without their meat will drag you to your doom. I've killed bone mass. Well, okay, I've killed Eikthyr multiple times. He's pretty easy. I've killed the Elder before with other people. I've killed bone mass before with other people. This is Modor. Black wings across the moon and sun, down from the mountains, a mother comes, weeping tears will fall like rain, her voice will call us home again. I think I've killed Modor with other people. I don't remember what this guy's name is, but he's the boss of the plains. I don't think I've ever killed him. Yagluth, maybe? What does this thing say again? Long ages past, he wore a crown beneath a blood-red sky. Now naught is left of all he was, but his spirit cannot die. I have no idea who the hell this is supposed to be. Born in armor, mother of many, queen without crown, ruler beneath. Okay, well this is completely new since the last time I played this game, for sure. And this one is also, I have no idea. Obviously also completely new. A father, noble and proud, he soared through skies of fire, then madness lowered its shroud and warped his heart's desire. Okay, so 4 of these bosses, I have some idea of how they are fought. One of them was in the game when I last played, but I didn't fight. And 2 of them are completely new. And I have no idea what's up with them. Alright, anyway. Rumor has it some traders have found themselves in the 10th world. You find stuff in need of special commodities, you might want to seek them out. One of them should be somewhere in a forest such as this. Yeah, that's nice. I already know about the trader. Okay. It looks like there's a river of some sort south of us. So let's head that away. Gather a few materials along the way. Punch a couple saplings. Remember correctly, it is possible to punch trees, but it's not exactly fast. Definitely a bad idea compared to, you know, not doing that. Hello, Ash. Well, come here. Branches on the ground we can pick up for some free, easy wood. I'm looking for a stone on the ground because I need that to make tools. I definitely don't want to punch trees, but there's a greyling. Get away from me, you. Okay, so there was a river or something similar to a river. Small stream. Something. To the south, it looked like. My hero Huggies trying to get our attention. What do you want, Huggies? We found a snack. Consume it to improve your health and stamina. Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, here we go. Stones. Stone axe. An important tool that will help us later. Also, a river. Which, I don't know about you, but I like rivers because you can sail up and down them. Okay. Whether or not I want to live near this river, or where along this river, is a different story. We probably don't want to try to live in that little valley there. I'm not sure if we can actually sail anywhere down that, or if it gets too narrow farther down, or if I can widen it out at all. But it might be a good place to build our starter base to be over here farther along the shore. That looks like some tin, probably. That sounds like a neck. Okay. So where are the other two goofballs? I'm going to play this single player. Because I've never played Valheim single player more than a little tiny bit. I played a little bit of single player before getting onto the Armco server, way back when the game first came out. And that is pretty much the extent of my Valheim single player experience. And so this time, we're going to do some more single player. Okay, here we have some standing stones. Usually if you dig around here, you can find things. But obviously I don't have a tool for digging yet. Over there might be a good place. There's some stones that probably hide something loot-like. There's a ruin of some kind. Ooh, actually. Here we've got a little inlet. Depending on what the terrain is like, we might be able to open this inlet up and make a boat dock in there. Well, it's been a while since I played period Treebeard. I did play a lot on the Armco server. Mostly just building things. But like, that was Valheim, very first version of early access Valheim. So obviously, things are a lot different now than they were then. More content added to the game, such like... Okay, we've got a nice little stream right here. We could live in a secluded little area back in from the main shore. Dig this out and make a little boat landing spot. I don't like how low my HP is. Back here. I need to make a weapon. Okay. So let's build our little starter hut. Right over here by the water, I think. Right in here. Or maybe out here on the peninsula a little bit more. No, let's do it right back here. We don't need much space for the beginner hut. Just enough to, what do I call it? Okay, let me craft a hammer. And a stone axe. Let's see if I can skip the club. Okay, we don't have any building related stuff yet. I need more wood. Okay, I don't want to cut down too many trees next to where the house is going to go. But on the other hand, I also want to clear a little bit of space. I'm going to try to gather as much wood as far away from the main base as I can. Because I don't like having a huge cleared area right around the main base, which invariably happens in Valheim if you just gather wood willy-nilly. I'm going to clear a small area, build a small hut in it, and then we'll decide from there how I want to progress. Also, let's go ahead and eat that to get a little stamina. Okay. Clear off some of these saplings. I do remember it being possible to get seeds for trees, so you can replant some, but I also remember it being really annoying and hard to do. Like, you never get enough to replant an area. Unless they change that, which might be, sure be nice if they had. Also, we don't have the stuff we need to modify the terrain, and probably won't for a while. Yeah, I know how to fashion a stone axe. I'm using one right now. Okay. Now, pretty sure I'm not allowed to build anything until I build my first workbench. Yeah, there we go. Okay, foundation. No foundation? That or I'm looking right past it. Okay. It doesn't look like we have a foundation piece. But that's fine. We can just build something similar enough. I don't think I want to go quite that high in the air. That's much better. That'll be the front corner of our building. And then snap that on. Okay. There we go. We'll just put that there for now while I continue. Not sure how wide I want to make the house. Probably that wide for now. Snap that on. And then you can go there. Okay. Now that'll do quite nicely. We unfortunately can't modify the terrain yet. Let's clear up some of the gunk laying on the ground. Get rid of this beech tree. It's going to be in the way no matter what we do. Remember correctly, if you leave the saplings, they will grow into proper trees. Okay. So we want to clear away saplings that are too close to the house. I'm not quite sure if I want this to be the back of the house or the front of the house. might just be the back of the house, because then you can have the front of the house stare over at that little lagoon. Inlet, whatever you want to call it. And as may be obvious, my favorite part of Valheim by a mile. Yeah, I didn't necessarily want to take that tree out, but once this one fell on top of that one, it was inevitable. Maybe we'll make this area into a garden or something. But also, this is just the starter house. We'll probably... Well, I don't know if we'll make it into the permanent main base. Oh, my axe broke. Also, it's going to be night soon. We probably should hurry up and actually build something we can hang out in. Let's go ahead and throw on a quick little hovel. This is definitely going to be modified later. Also, it pains me greatly to build these without eaves, but oh well. This is a temporary... I need more wood. Damn it. How much am I short, actually? It's got 6 wood. I need 2 more. So if we punch 2 more saplings, we can build that bed. No, okay, we got it right there. Jam that into the corner. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and jam this in here so we can repair our tools. Okay. Let me in. Bed needs to be placed near a fire. Oh, I forgot about that. I need 2 more wood, or 1 more wood, or something like that. Wait, I can get more wood easy because I have an axe now. Get rid of that stump. I don't remember if stumps spread, like if you leave the stumps, if the trees will grow back nearby or not. We do have some beech seeds on us already, so that's nice. Yeah, let's just jam a fire in over here. That should get us back to daylight, then we can gather more trees and build more stuff. Actually build this house properly instead of making this little abomination of a hut. Okay. Decent amount of wood there. Axe, much better weapon than fists, who knew? Oh, come on. There we go. Let's repair my stuff. Okay, we can make the hoe, which is a very important tool. We could make the flint axe, which I probably should. Can I tear the stone axe apart? I can't remember if it's possible to deconstruct tools or not. Probably or not. Anyway. Let's get back to our building. It looks like I won't need to modify the terrain much, if at all. Okay. So more correctly, pathin just removes grass. And that is what I want to do on our foundation here. So let's pathin it out a little. Foundation slightly improved. It might do a little bit of very basic smoothing, but I don't think it does. I think it just strips grass. Okay. And we want a level ground. Try to use that to open this up a little bit. Oops. Gotta be careful here. I want to make the stream deeper, not accidentally fill it in. There we go. That gives us a much better stream through here instead of a little choked off thing. Without modifying it too greatly. Okay. One of the first things I did on the Armco server, after I built the beginnings of my base, was road building. I did so much road building. Obviously there won't be nearly as much reason to road build in single player. Okay. I think we've got a lovely little bit of foundation ready to go here. I'm guessing it's, well, I'm hoping it's a lot improved over what it was. But it used to be if you did too much building in an area, the game just chugged like crazy. So I'm hoping that's a lot better than it used to be. Let's go level. Gotta lower the ground a little bit over there so it doesn't occlude the foundation completely. Get that out of the way. Now this beach has got to go. See if I can fell it that way. No, don't fall in the house, damn you. Okay. That was one thing that was very cool about the early days. Wow, you can get crushed by a tree when you cut it down. How revolutionary. Come back here. Okay, let's clear out some of these saplings. We do want to cut down one of those birches if we can. The problem is I don't think you can cut down the birch until you get at least a metal axe. However, there's a trick that we will probably end up using. I'm not sure if I want that birch to be removed yet or not, but I'll think about it. We're definitely going to want to nail a birch eventually though, so I can make a better bow. I think that's why you want to cut a birch down early. I remember it being a fairly important skip. Yeah, I know how to do workbench. Okay. Now. Let's continue laying down the perimeter of the building. Put posts down wherever there's a bit of a gap between the ground and the construction. Partially for support, mostly because it looks cool. And then actually I am going to try to use the level ground tool to raise the ground in here a little bit. Because I don't like how low it is up front there. I want it to be a little higher. Not too much higher, just a little higher. So the house looks less like it's just hovering in the air, you know? We're not trying to make it look like it's in a completely natural area or anything like that. This is, after all, a constructed item, and it can be expected to have been constructed, you know? So it's fine for the terrain to have been modified around it. Alright. I'm fairly happy with that. Now, let's get back to placing our floor. I'd really like to use a stone floor here, but that's not available to us yet. And won't be for probably a good long while. Now, the question is, do I want to build the walls all the way out to the edge, or do I want to have a porch? I'll have to think about it. Alright, anyway, how much area do I want to clear? I don't want to clear too much area because I do want there to be trees around the house. Like this tree is a really good candidate for leaving. Yeah, I think we'll leave all the trees that are currently here for now. Let's go over to uphill. Check out this stone. Okay. Just some random bullshit. Here we have a little clearing. It's close enough to the house that it's not too big of a deal. Yeah. We'll go ahead and cut some wood here. Don't fall on me! Well, that log's a little bit out of reach for a bit. Let's see if we can drop another one in that direction. Anyway, we're gonna leave all saplings alone. And then I'll probably come back and I'll plant more beech seeds if I have a bunch of them. Yeah, I should probably... Does this give stamina? Yes, I don't think it's enough matter though. Okay. I want that log up there, so let's cut this tree down. I'm gonna leave the stumps for now. Some of them anyway. Go. Once we clear out these last two logs, we should have enough wood to go do a bunch more building. Alright. There's a deer. Yeah, this is a nice little clearing. Flatten that area out a little bit more, clear the grass up some, put a little fence around it. Ta-da, garden area. Should work. Okay, we can't do anything stone related yet. Let's try to make sure the ground is nice and level there. Because I do want to put in a fire in the back corner probably. Since we currently don't have a way to make a fireplace, a proper fireplace. We'll just have to live with a campfire and a hole in the ground. Valheim houses aren't very fireproof. I always thought it'd be kind of cool if they added fire mechanics. So where you actually did have to fireproof your house, but I'm pretty sure they never did for obviously good reasons. Okay. His ass doesn't become a problem later. Yeah, let's put in the beginnings of our that'll do. That'll do. And then we'll just go ahead and wood wall. A chimney. A wooden chimney is extremely unrealistic, but it's not like we have a whole lot of option here. I'm pretty sure all these different snapping options didn't exist back then. If they did, then my memory just sucks, which is entirely possible. But I'm pretty sure all these snapping options didn't exist. Because I remember doing a lot of fiddling around trying to get exactly the right snapping. Until I found a mod that added more snapping spots. I don't know if it still is the case, but back then, mods were purely client-side, most of them. And so you could run whatever mods you wanted on any server you wanted. Eventually there were mods that, or there were special mods to, let's remove that actually. There were mods to make sure that you didn't run mods on servers, basically. Server-side ones. Also, I'm putting a ton of effort into this chimney, and I'm not even sure if I like anything about it yet. Or I mean, how I'm going to do the walls yet. Let's start by posting oh, I'm out of wood. Okay. Is this close enough to the fire? Nope. Okay. Let's remove this little hutch. And we'll rebuild it over here. Better and stronger than before. I think we're going to put the door on this side. Yeah. Okay. Now, how hard is it going to be to make eaves? Okay, not too bad. And then you would go there. And then we delete that. And that gets us exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. Boom. Damn it, I'm out of wood. Okay, well this is what happens when you get all fancy. I should have left the bed alone so I wouldn't be tempted to use up the wood that was slated for the bed. Oh well. Oh well. I don't think there's enough roof here that I can put a bed underneath it. It is good enough to be considered resting. There we go. Can sit beside the fire. Get a nice rested bonus. And then, now that we have a nice rested bonus, we're going to have to go out into the cold and cut some wood, because foresight. Not exactly strong suit here. Pig. It's what's for dinner. Okay. We just murdered that guy. We are going to have to go out and do a bunch of pig murder later. Ideally, we would raise some pigs, but it's not going to be a while for that. I don't remember if you need a specific crop for that or if any old crop will do. But I don't even remember how you get seeds for crops, so. Even if it is any old crop will do, I'll have to find one first. Okay. Whoa, don't get run over by a tree. Our health is currently best described as pitiful, particularly because I haven't eaten anything. We should probably do that. I should probably also build facilities for cooking that boar so that we can consume delicious boar meat and increase our health as needed. Fall that way. Damn it. Alright, well, let's make a mess of it, why don't we? Ideally, we can get that birch to fall over. And then we can slam logs together until the birch log breaks. That would be pretty nice. Let's smack this one for a bit. See if by cutting it in half it makes the bit that's in the birch smack into it a little. It did. Lovely. Cut this log down. It appears to be mostly in the way. Oh, there goes birch log. Ooh, and it broke apart into smaller pieces too. Which means we can slam these two together. And maybe make some small progress toward getting some fine wood. I admit, I didn't actually try to hit the birch log with, yeah, too hard. That's what I thought. Okay, can I beat this back and forth on these stones? Some, it looks like. Come on. I gotta roll it up against an actual log to get this broken up, I think. Not sure how much actual damage we've done to this. It was definitely some. It seems we're not able to get it going fast enough to hit this log, or hit this rock, though. Okay, let's try running it into this beech tree. The fact that it's doing 0 damage is concerning to me. It might not be possible to break this up like this. We can try... Well, we did do some breakup damage with it. Because we did break it in half. Come on. Well, it's not precisely what I wanted to happen. This is kind of playing with fire too, because these logs can run you over pretty easily. Oh, we got some birch seeds. Yeah, there we took like 7 point something damage. Okay, see there we definitely did some damage to something. Whether any was actually done to the birch is a different story. Okay, like that looks like it might have done damage to the birch. Looks like there were 2 numbers. I'm not sure if it was doing damage to the birch and a stump or something. There we go, fine wood. Yay, we got some fine wood. Alright. That actually unlocks a bunch of things. Let's see if I can... Ouch! Okay, that was a lot of pain. I want to see if I can roll this one up slope and smash it around some too. Yeah, there we go. Remember what I said about how it was somewhat dangerous? We'll be back to continue beating the log around. Wait, that sounds wrong. Okay, which way are we going? Straight ahead. Yeah. Okay. If I can grab some berries along the way, that would be quite useful. Damn boar. Okay. Here's the little river we built next to. Oh, that was something I was going to see if I could turn off. The skill drain on death. Because I always thought that was super annoying. But I don't know if there was an option to do that. If there was, I didn't see it. And I wasn't thinking about it at the time. But I was making the world or the character. If anything, it would probably be a property of the world. Anyway. Once I get my stuff back, this boar's gonna find out. Yeah, you better run. Okay, right back to what we were doing, as if we hadn't learned a thing at all. I want to turn the damn log. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to want to turn. And we can do it that way, although that is a little risky. Come on, roll back at me or something. I want to get to roll back a little, not quite that much. So I can help it get some speed. Well, that's not precisely what I wanted to do with that, but anyway. Maybe I can bang it into this birch for a bit until it breaks. That'll work. Not sure if it's actually getting any damage or if it's just the birch that's taking damage. One way or the other, a birch is taking damage. Damn it. Okay. I thought I'd regain more health than I did. Hey, woodcutting is dangerous business, especially when you do it this way. Alright. I should stop screwing around trying to get early fine wood and just go ahead and cut more more beech. I'm pretty sure I have enough fine wood to do whatever fine wood things I want to do. But also, since I haven't turned off the skill drain, then dying now is not a big deal. As long as we do it within the, like, what, 10-minute timer after a death? Careful, we don't want to die again if I don't have to. We do regenerate health pretty quickly, so... Oh, come on. Damn it! Don't climb over the damn log. Stay behind it. That's not staying behind it. If we can run these logs together repeatedly. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we'll leave that log alone for now and go cut beech, whatever. 14 fine wood. I'm not sure how much we actually need to make anything useful, but well, we're at max carry capacity. For now, anyway. Okay, we'll come back for that later. now let's keep felling trees, or clearing up the felled trees. Massive tree murder. Okay, and then you... How much do we have? Got 100 wood on us right now. That'd probably be enough. Let's head back to the house. I don't remember how much it actually takes to build these. 50 wood to build a wood stack? Okay, well we got another 100 wood right there then. I thought it was only like 25 or something. If I had known it was 50, I would have wanted to build one stack instead of several. But it was probably a good idea anyway, because more wood is more better. Let's go ahead and put that in now. Put in a wooden door. We'll bias it toward the front, or toward the river side of the house. But we're not gonna stick it in the corner or anything. And then half wall in. Ouch. My house. And he had to bleed all over the floor. Disgusting creature. Okay. Now, we'll put those half walls there so I can have some form of window. Gonna remove that for the same reason. There. I think I'm going to remove that. And we're going to do... that? No, that's not placed right. Come on, snap into place, damn it. It's not going to snap with the other one there, is it? No, it's not. That's infuriating. Valheim Enshrouded is better. I've never played Enshrouded and I don't own it. I do, on the other hand, own Valheim. One thing Valheim is very good at, when you clip building pieces together, it doesn't have Z fighting. Basically never. Which is pretty cool. Not sure why that wasn't going to snap, but freehand placing looks like we got it about where I wanted it, so that's good. Yeah, it's just not going to snap in there with that other piece in place. I wonder... Okay, let's put that in. No, it's not going to snap. Unless there's an option I'm missing to get it to snap while clipping. Or wait a second, can I? That might work. Okay, like I can snap it there. The eternal war of building games. Why can I not snap you somewhere? I guess we're just going to have to manually place it. That's about right. Looks more or less correct. It's like it snaps right there, but you rotate it one more step and it just will not snap. Kind of infuriating, not gonna lie. Looks correct. Now I need to put in a... Put in stairs out here. Otherwise you can't walk up that short bump. Yeah. Door should be just a little bit higher. I could maybe modify it slightly and fix that by like duplicating this setup over top of the door again. Actually, we could just use the roof cross for these. Okay, and then we can take... Damn it! Okay, and then we can take... the beam... and snap that in across the top to fill the top gap. Like so. But I don't think we actually need to do that. I'll think about it later. For now, let's get this place sealed up. Is there like a mid-beam I could place to fill the ends in? I don't think there is. Okay, anyway. Roof. Go. Boom. Beautiful. Now we should be able to put in a bed. Jamming into the corner. And it's under enough of an overhang that we're allowed to sleep here. Alright. Now. That does make it a little easier to go through there as long as we have to try to go through the center of the door, because our head doesn't hit the top quite as much. Let me see. Do I want to do like a hip roof? Yeah, kinda. That might be cool. Oh, tool broke. Damn it. Whee! Okay. I'm going to have to discard this hammer and make a new one because I wasn't watching my tool durability. Let's keep that axe on us for now, just in case. But anyway, I need to rebuild this under a roof somewhere. Let's put it right here temporarily. Alright, now back to what I was doing. Okay, I think... Are we shifted over by like a quarter? Actually, this is screwed up already. Because... Yeah, here. This roof is all wrong. It's not all wrong, but it's partially all wrong. Okay, now, let's take the 1x1 floor piece. We need to put one there. Put one there. And that gets us our roof offset. So we have proper eaves going both ways, not just one way, like your Rufus. Okay, much better. Now, we want to remove both of those floor pieces because they're just there temporarily. Unfortunately, it does mean we're going to have half of a roof piece sticking out this way. Like we're going to have half a roof segment needed there. However, to fix that problem, we're going to make use of the fact that Valheim is very forgiving about things overlapping, which is one of the things that I really like about its building system. You just overlap the hell out of things, and they look fine. You would never know it's overlapped unless you, well, already knew it was overlapped. See? No Z fighting, nothing. Most games where you tried to overlap pieces like that, there would be all kinds of Z fighting. Valheim, not a problem. We are going to have a bit of a problem here, though. Let me think. Okay. If we put the 1x1 wall there, and then we snap that on like so. And delete the 1x1 wall. Then we have the problem that this needs to be similarly placed. So let's take place like that. Lovely. Okay, now, we'll figure out how to do the end walls later. I'm thinking about putting in a shallower roof angle for the rest of this. Yeah, that'll work. I don't know if I'll like the way it looks when it's done, but it'll work. Okay. This is the center pillar, I believe. Yes. So this is the entirety of the roof right here. Or yeah, one whole half of the roof. Okay. Yeah, let me just have that duplicated on the other side. Little roof post there. Actually, wait, that's wrong. For some reason, I'm thinking that that's not the center of the roof, but no, that is the center of the roof. Damn it, I wasn't fast enough. So like that can be supported. No. Okay. We're out of wood. I need to go get wood from uphill, which is easy enough to do. And then we'll come back. I need to put a half wall on top of that other wall. And then we can quick place those two roofs and they'll be supported. That is yet another thing that I like about Valheim's building system. When you place an item, you have a few seconds of grace period where if it's not supported, it won't fall. So if you have to build something from the top down, where if it's supported from the bottom, for some reason, if you're fast, you can get it built. Pretty nice. Oh wait. Damn it, I forgot I gotta build that half wall first. I specifically said I need to build the half wall, and then I just blithely ignored it. Get wrecked. Okay. Sure, it's on top one snapping. Technically that one is supported already. Oops. That means I screwed up somewhere. Oh yes, this has to be shifted up half a... Okay, this isn't going to work. I'm not building it that way. I forgot, this is shifted up half a block. Which means we need to go ahead and rebuild that. And then you snap bottom like so, and then snap top. And we delete our temporary scaffolding, and we have one whole arc of the roof. This roof would be horrible to get snowed on, but We're in the relatively temperate area, so we don't need to worry about that shit. Okay. That'll do. I'll think more about how I want to close these ends up in a minute. For now, let's just finish putting the roof on. So if it starts raining, I don't have to worry about stuff deteriorating in the rain. Without the chimney to worry about, we can just neatly continue all the way across. And everything will just work. Which means actually this is slightly screwed up and we'll have to fix it in a second here, but that sounds a lot like a future Milo problem. Not very distant into the future Milo problem, but a future Milo problem nonetheless. I do wish that they had half width and quarter size roof pieces, because that'd make it a lot easier to make certain shapes. As it is, it's going to be a bit difficult to get this to work without looking like complete poop. Which I don't actually know if I can... There's just going to have to be a notch out of the roof, I think, because I don't think there's any smaller roof pieces I can use here. I am going to want to put a roof on top of the chimney too. But otherwise it'll rain out our fire and I don't want that. And then you stack on like that. The chimney should probably be a little higher, but I'm lazy and so we're not doing that. Alright. Looks a little barn-like right now, but that can be lived with. Okay. Now, I kind of wish there was a version of this that didn't have the beam on top, because as it is, the beam is going to stick up through the roof. And we'll either have to go fix that by making a beam go the whole way, or we'll have to ignore it. Obviously, I'd much prefer one of those solutions over the other. At least it's not as bad as the situation with, say, hydroneer roofs. Roof pieces in hydroneer make me sad just by their very existence. They're all... It's like they're explicitly designed to... generate sadness and pain. Okay. Lovely. Now, let's go ahead and put the end wall pillars in here, and we're out of wood again. Okay, who could have possibly seen that coming? Why is there a sparkle right there? Whatever. Let's repair our stuff. And then take a quick look at the outside of the building and realize that this is completely screwed up because I didn't finish placing the roof pieces. Thankfully we won't have to remove any of those pieces, we just have to finish placing them. This side looks much nicer. I don't think we'll actually have to put an end beam on there. Because the way it looks, it's actually kind of fine. You can see a bit of beam through the roof there, but it's not as pronounced as I expected it to be. It's more pronounced on the shallower part of the roof, and it kind of looks like it fades out into the other part, instead of just ending abruptly. So I think we'll just leave it alone. But I do need to place another row of roof tiles across the bottom here. And then I really wish there was something I could do about this bit around the chimney. But the only real solution to that would be to set the chimney back into the roof more. And I don't really want to do that, so we'll just have to live with what we've got. Let's go ahead and sleep for the night again, and then we'll spend the day cutting wood and finish the house. And then once we're done with that, it'll be time to start thinking about gear to fight the deer. Speaking of which, what options do I have for building things of a weaponish persuasion right now? We have a crude bow. For some reason I thought fine wood got us access to the better bow. We must need something else too for that. Yeah, anyway. Let's go ahead and do tree murder, I guess. First, though. Oh, it's that broken hammer that's there. Okay. We might as well repair that. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to destroy extra stuff. I don't have enough material to build a chest or anything, do I? No, I need 10 wood. Okay. Well, it's time for tree murder. More continuing tree murder. I have 26 beech seeds, so maybe we should plant those. Unless it says use beech seeds on what? So I must need a different tool to plant beech seeds. Okay. Whatever. Apparently we can't grow beach suits. Yet. I don't remember what you had to do to plant them. Or even if there was anything special you had to do to plant them. For some reason I thought you just equipped them and planted them that way, but probably... Need a farming tool, maybe? I don't remember how farming was done in this game. It's been too long. Okay. Okay, that's taken care of. How much wood do we have now? Not nearly enough. Can never have too much wood. Is there anything interesting up this hill? There's a spot where we could dig for possible treasure. Yeah, just a large clearing. A boar we could murder for meat if we felt the need. Okay. Hopefully we can get this to fall into some other trees and knock them over. Doesn't look like it's feeling cooperative. That tree smelt blood. Yeah. Let him roll off to wherever he's going. Maybe he'll bust apart on the way down. We can pick up the wood without having to cut it. Here, come over here, Grayling. I want to engage in the time-honored practice of multi-murder. After all, it is every Valheim player's greatest ambition to chop graylings and logs at the same time. Efficiency, you know. Alright, let's go get that runaway log. Pretty cool little river. I hope it goes all the way out to the ocean, because... And I hope it's navigatable all the way out to the ocean. Because I really want to use it for ships later. I might have to modify it a little bit. Like right there, that bump, I'd probably cut that out with a pickaxe later. Give chest. There we go. Arrows. Amber. Sure, don't mind if I do. See how it slowly decays its stability over time? then finally starts to break apart. We could wait for it to slowly decay all the way, but it's easier to just break it. Take its wood. And it looks like our inventory is full. Okay. Yeah, we got a bit over 100 wood. We'll come back for that later, I guess. Obviously, this little creek is not navigatable, which is sad, but oh well. Let's push back the grass from this side of the house a little bit. Level it out a little too. Okay. Could you not? Thank you. Get that bank curving smoothly. For no particular reason other than I like the way it looks. Alright, lovely. Now. Let's get back to finishing this place up. Okay. There we go. Now we can just put our walls in. Do I want to leave larger windows on the back wall? I kind of do. I could put doors as openable looking windows. I don't think I like the way that'll look though. I think I'm just going to do this. And then do that. That gives a nice little look to that. I want to leave open because the entire purpose of putting the things there is so that it's more open. I wonder... No, we don't have shorter versions of that, okay. Actually... I think I might like the look of this better. That gives me a broader Okay. Yeah, that's good for the door, I think. It'll have a bit of a gap across the top, obviously. Okay, if I do... this... Can I get it in there in a way that... doesn't look hideous? Okay, if I put one there and put another on this side, in the same place. How far does it stick through on the back side? Not so much that I can't hide it by doing that. I don't like the way it looks though. Yeah. We're getting too complicated here. That's much better. Gives a slightly flattened look. I don't like how much stuff overlapping there. It looks busy. If I remove those two, that does help it a little bit, but these beams still stand out. If I run a second set of beams across, that actually helps a lot, because now it makes it look more deliberate. But also we no longer have the treatments on the... Okay, now what happens if I put this back in with that appearance? It looks like shit, that's what it looks like, okay. What if I just do this? That looks pretty decent. You don't get a good view outside, but that's not really the intended purpose of this anyway. It's just to make it seem less dreary inside. And then if I swap to these up here, we can put decorative timbers up there and make that whole thing look a lot more deliberate. Also, that's a bad idea because this house is not actually centered relative to the roof. Although I can fix that. Somewhat. No. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. We can do like this. As long as we don't go up any higher, I think it'll be okay. Unless we do like that. And then put a square beam across the top to finish it off. Also, I do need to... I almost forgot. Do need to finish the eaves across the bottom here. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. I kind of like this. The back wall and the side walls obviously be a lot simpler. The side walls I'm just going to leave right like they are. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. And then the back wall. Back wall, just do that. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. Gotta get up on the roof and run around and pick up all that wood scrap that's up there. Could have died. There's one thing I need to do up here yet. This is really ugly without some form of treatment. We'll leave the ends opener, or more opener. We'll leave the ends more open so it looks better. It's like I could put a roof piece or two like this, but they would block off the chimney, and Valheim chimneys actually matter and do function somewhat. They provide a place for the smoke to get out, and smoke getting out is useful and important. So, okay. There we go. Cooking station. We'll put one of those in on top of the fire. Put that over there. Grab our cooked boar meat. Should probably actually put our rag tunic back on instead of running around naked. Okay. Ah, yes, that's the next thing we need to build. Storage. I need to get more wood and more flint. I don't think I have enough wood to actually build a storage anymore, because I used it all building the building. Nope. Okay, so we need to go get more wood after sleeping. But the basic shell of the house is done, TM. I'm not sure I really like this front wall. It's a bit overdone still, but yeah. It is what it is. Alright, let's go back over to where we deconstructed that building yesterday. And let's see if there's any crap remaining on the ground to be picked up. Okay, let's eat ourselves a berry, because okay, there's a little bit of wood there. Hardly enough to matter at all. But wood is wood. Well, I guess it is technically enough wood to build a chest or something. So that is nice. Our axe is almost destroyed, and I forgot to repair it. Here, come on, stand over here beside the tree. Yeah, good job. We'll cut one tree down, and then we'll go back and build some storage, clean our inventory out a little, repair our axe. We should probably do some more exploring yet. We haven't really done much. I should arrange to murder some deer. That's a 1-star deer. The chance of me managing to murder it with what I've got is very low. Yeah, I know. We need a spear or something to get rid of deer. And I should probably see if I can juice my stamina up a little bit more even. But a spear will definitely help a lot. Okay, repair stuff. And then storages. We'll stack them over here in the corner, I think, for now. Okay. I'm not going to build too much in the way of storage yet. Some fine wood. I need to get more flint too. I need flint to build the chopping block. I don't remember what the chopping block does for us. Yeah, come on, attack me. You're a big scary neck. Necktail! Yay! Come on, come get me. Oh no, I'm so scared. Look at me run away. Psych! I'll take your tail. Remember correctly, that cooks into a pretty decent food. Yeah, let's keep looking for flint. Flint will appear along the shoreline. I should check that building and see if it has any bees or anything in it. Or other loot that might be useful. Yeah, if I want to sail a ship down this, I'm definitely going to have to widen it out, maybe deepen it. I don't hear bee noises. That's sad. Oh well, we'll have to look for bees later. That building's going to get tore down and we'll have to cut through there to make this navigatable. It likely never will be navigatable by the bigger boats. Because I think they've added a larger boat than the old big boat. But even the old big boat would probably have struggled to fit down with this. The small boat, on the other hand, that's much more likely. Give me your tail. Got a Grey Dwarf over here. Grayling, whatever. Grey Dwarves are bigger. We probably have enough flint to build the thing now. Okay. A little hunting blind or something. More ruins. Another place where we probably should do some digging later. Because I don't really want to dig that out prior to having... Well... I don't know. No bees or anything? Yeah. We would have definitely known they were there before we got that close. Hello, Pandorian. Welcome here. Okay, let's get back across to where we built the house. Which means we'll head down this way where it's a little narrower to swim across. Because swimming is somewhat dangerous in this game. You can drown very easily. It takes stamina to swim for some annoying reason. Which I guess kind of makes sense, but also, if you're out of stamina, you then start taking damage. And that is a bit of a problem. We should be able to cross here just fine. Wait for our stamina to refill. See, it goes down very quickly. There are fish here, so if you get a fishing rod, we can fish in this river, which is pretty cool. Get wrecked. Okay, back to the house. If I remember correctly, stuff like flint does respawn over time, so it's not a big deal to collect every bit of it we see. I wonder how far in this creek goes. More meat. Actually, it goes a lot farther than I first thought. Figured it would stop there somewhere. Okay. Oh, it just goes back to here. Alright. It's not like we... Well, if we really wanted to, we could probably dig out a big boat channel following the creek. Because of the way digging works, you can only lower the ground so far. I don't know if that's been changed at all. Probably not. But in days of yore, you can only lower the ground so far below whatever ground level was by default. So a creek like this, you could dig out to make a channel more easily than trying to dig a channel by its own. But obviously, Unless you really wanted to get a boat in for some reason. It really wasn't that worth it. Okay. The next will definitely respawn. The ones that were, or at least they would have in days of yore, so I'm guessing they still do. The ones that used to inhabit the pond at my castle on the Armco server are a constant thorn in my side. But I liked the pond too much to get rid of it. Okay. Let's cook a little bit. If you leave food on a cooking station too long, it'll turn into charcoal, which is kind of funny. Let's go ahead and cook some necktail as well. I got a bunch of necktail. Only 4 comfort? Well, we've just started, Pandorian. We've just started. Well, I say just started. We're about 2.5 hours in, probably, on this save. So it's not that just started. But it is just started from a perspective of I've wasted a lot of time building a nice house. Or at least the beginnings of a nice house. The exterior of our little hovel, I haven't really finished it yet. Needs a lot of work. But we have a roof and 4 walls that are rather cool. I don't really like this. I like some things about this, but I don't like other things about it. It's fine for now. We'll leave it alone. I might want to move the fireplace inward more. Like maybe put it on the center of the back wall. But that'll be later when we get a bigger fire. For now, we'll just leave it alone. Doesn't need to be anything fancy at this point. What was I going to do? Oh yes, I was going to build the chopping block. And we'll stick it right there beside the workbench. Flint and hit arrow, fire arrow, workbench level 2. Okay. We can make the flint knife now. I don't remember what that's for. We can make the flint spear, which I want for purposes of murdering deer. I'm going to put this extra hammer away, so just in case we ever break our hammer again, and for some reason we can't repair it, we'll have that one. Same with that other axe. Just in case I ever need to gather a little bit of wood, I'll have an axe on hand ready. Okay. Let's go see if we can get a deer. Okay. I'm pretty sure you can throw spears, but I'm not sure how you do it. Get stabbed. Hello, Dread. Well, come here. I might be completely wrong about throwing spears. Well, I hear deer over this way. See if I can get a... There's one, okay. It's a 1-star. It's still injured from when I smacked it with an axe earlier. Let's get a little bit of sneak level while we can. Get your ass back here. Yeah, it's booking it for the hills, somewhat unsurprisingly. Well, there's a chest inside this building. Okay, there's a 1-star deer. He's coming back. Let's see if we can follow him and stab him again. Because if I get another good stab on him, he's dead. And I forgot how much stamina you drain by moving while sneaking. Yeah, get wrecked. Okay, leather tunic, leather trousers, deer meat, leather helmet, tanning rack, deer hide cape. We didn't get a deer trophy, which we'll need to fight Eikthyr later, but that's fine. We have to kill a lot more deer than what we've caught already. I don't remember what all I need to make the upgraded bow. I'm pretty sure fine wood is one of the components. But I don't remember what else we need. Alright. The tanning rack requires 5 deer hide, 20 leather scraps, 15 flint, and 10 wood. Okay. I did get 4 deer hide out of that. I thought I had more than 1 leather scrap. What did I do with them all? I might as well cook this deer meat. Apparently the rest of our necktails. I could make another cooking rack and put it in there, but I'm not going to because I don't have that much stuff to cook right now. It's not important. Okay. So the necktails. 25 health, 8 stamina. Cooked boar meat's 30 health, 10 stamina. 20-minute duration. 2 HP per tick. I'm really curious what the deer meat is. Probably much better. Okay, the deer meat. 35 health, 12 stamina, 20-minute duration. Okay. So if we cook deer meat together with cooked boar meat, we can get a considerable amount of health for this early in the game anyway. The necktail is probably a better just running around food. Combine it together with some berries, which are 10-minute duration. Give us more decent amount of stamina. Eat a necktail and a berry and got decent supplies. Okay, I probably should make a crude bow, but I don't want to waste the time making it. I'd rather wait and see if I can skip that to the better bow right away. So we'll likely just try to spear our way to victory. For now, let's take a quick nap. Get out of this rain. Okay. Now, we want to kill as many deer as we can find. Let's eat a berry because that will improve my stamina, which I'm going to need for better sneaking. There's some bees right there. That's a good find. I don't remember if the hive, like the queen bee, is a guaranteed drop from a hive or not. If it is a guaranteed if it is a guaranteed drop, then I should break that down and see if I can then make a beehive. But I don't remember. Yeah, get wrecked. Give me your hide and your meat. Alright. I wonder if they made sneaking easier or if I was just way worse at it back then. More feathers, more arrows. Sure, why not? I heard a deer. There's plenty of neck over there. I need all the flint I can get. There's a deer. Is it anything special, or is he just a deer? I'm hoping he's like a 1 or a star or something. Although 1 star is harder to kill. He is a 1 star, okay. He won't go down to 1 hit like the other deer did. Can I sneak up on this grayling? Yes, I can. It seems like as long as I don't move, I can stand up and regenerate stamina. Oh, actually he did go down to 1 hit. Okay. Well, we take those. We're at 8 deer hide. We only have 1 leather scrap, which I think the leather scraps only come from boars. So we should probably go look for boar to murder. It's gonna be a while before we can tame boar anyway, and hopefully they'll respawn by then. I think boar respawn. If I don't, then future me is gonna be annoyed at current me. I'm pretty sure they do. Neck, of course, are just free food. Okay. I only got one necktail out of that. One of them must not have dropped one. Okay, here. Oh, I don't have wood. Nah, we'll come back for it later when I have wood. I should go and chop more wood over by where we were chopping wood. And get a little bit at least so I can come back and tear that building down to get the beehive. But I don't remember what all is required to build a hive proper. I think it's just the queen bee and some wood. But I'm not sure enough of it to... Like, honey is a really good food. Also, I heard a deer somewhere over here. There it is. See if we can get around behind it. We probably could just run up to it and stab it. But this way I improve my sneak skill, which might come in handy later. We alerted it. Therefore it took 2 stabs. Deer trophy. Okay, we need those for Eikthyr later. I don't remember how many deer trophies it takes to summon Eikthyr. I think it's more than 1, though. Operative word, think. I'm not actually sure. It's been too many years. Also, I hear another deer. Did I already check this chest? Yes, I did. Okay. There's a deer. There's a deer we just startled. Let's go after the one that we didn't startle. It's out here in the middle of nowhere. Not sure how close I can get before we have to sneak, but nobody here but us grass. Get your delicious deer meat back here. Actually, deer meat's not that good. It's kind of dry and tough usually. Well, not tough, just, I don't know. Not as good as a well-raised beef, let's put it that way. Yeah, we're not catching that deer. Oh, there's a boar. There you go. I will take your leather scraps, thank you. We're gonna need a lot of those. You're much easier to sneak up on deer in the woods. I heard one. Where is the damn thing? Sounds like it's behind us. Sounds like it's in front of us. It might be multiple deer. Sounds like it's over that way. I think you hear another one over that way. Right there in front of us is one. Sneak level 10. I'll take it. Okay. We're still at one hide, or one, not hide, one trophy. We have 12 deer hide. I wonder if we can turn deer hide into scraps. I don't think we can, but I'm not sure. Okay, here's a bunch of berries and a railing. We'll of course want to grab all the berries we can get our hands on. They will come in handy later. What am I looking for? Nothing. I'm looking for these swine. Hey, you. I want your leather scraps. Your meat would also be acceptable. That was a 1-star boar. Eventually we're going to want to see if we can find some 2-star boar, at least, to tame. But I don't remember what all you need to tame boar. I think they require stuff we don't have and won't get for a while. Well, we're definitely going to need... Oh, hello deer. A little hard to judge the distance for the spear stab. But anyway, we got another deer trophy, so that's good. Is it 3 deer trophies you need for Ike there? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've played this game. I'm pretty sure it was more than 1, but I'm not sure how many more than 1. Also, right there's the creek that runs past the house, I think. So we should probably head back. Is this the same creek? Yeah, it is. Right, because right there's the house. Alright. Repair our stuff. Yeah, we definitely don't want to waste time making rag trousers. We could make leather trousers. How many deer hide do we have? 13? Okay, how many deer hide do we need to make the tanning rack? 5. Okay. Can I turn deer hide into scraps? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's make a set of leather trousers. And the leather tunic as well. We'll get plenty of deer hide by the time we're done, so we'll replace all of that. Okay, we now have usable armor. The rag tunic can be discarded. We'll stuff it in the chest here for now until I decide what to do with it later. Okay. We need a lot more flint. Oh yeah, let's sit by the fire for a bit until we have a rested bonus. Is there anything I can do to boost my comfort? Deer rug actually would probably do it. I think that might give us more... Wait, do items that give comfort say they give comfort? I don't think they do. Yeah, okay. We should go kill more deer in any case. And if I can, get more flint. Which means our deer hunt get your boar ass back here so I can have your hide. I need all those scraps I can get. The spear's a pretty decent weapon, actually. It's working even better than I thought it would. But anyway, I think we'll head up the river that way, looking for deer along the coast. And also murdering any boar we come across and picking up any flint. And a neck. Necktail's good eating after all. We're going to need a lot of flint to make that tanning rack. Neck trophy. Not sure if that's good for anything other than decoration. Obviously decoration is always a valid use, but I hear deer. I don't see deer though. Got some farming skill from collecting raspberries. Those are some really gigantic raspberries, let's be honest. More neck. Suppose we should cross the river here and go kill boar on their side. Because I don't want to try to go up that on foot. There's a deer over there. Should see if I can sneak up on him. Okay. Not sure who can see me, but it's not the deer. Get your featured deer hide meat back here. My stamina is too low. Alright, well, let's keep an eye on it. Once it is out of our visual range, it should turn around and come back. You can see it running around out there. Okay, right there it is. It's running around like a deer with most of its head chopped off. Sneak level 11. We take those. There. Lovely. Deer hide, deer meat. Everything we could ever want out of a deer except leather scraps, and I don't think deer give those. Okay. Let's do some boar murder. It's gonna be night soon, which means we should head back to base. It looks like there's another bit of a river going over there. Got a bunch of little inlets and stuff over here. I thought I heard a deer. There it is. Let's see if you can sneak up on it. Alright, can I swim across that? Maybe. This is probably our best bet for swimming. Let's make sure we get our stamina up as high as we can. Yeah, I think we can swim it. I really need to get my swim skill up some. Okay, we took a little bit of damage, but it was fine in the end. There's a deer over there somewhere, but it's dark and I want to go back to the house. After all, we are wet and cold. Okay. You can see the lights of home from here. Such as they are. Alright, we've got 16 raw deer meat. We have 9 raw boar, 3 raw neck. Yeah, we definitely kind of need to expand our cooking setup. Oh well. That sounds like a problem for future Milo. Because it is 10:27. So I think we're going to take the opportunity to save right here and do some more of this tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and I believe we're going to be playing some Valheim tomorrow. That sounds like fun. I think we're gonna do Valheim for midweek game for a little while at least. And then once the weekend game slot opens up, then Valheim will take over that instead. But we'll start the adventure with a slightly more limited weekend slot for now. Thursday, we will do some Far Cry. I think we're pretty close to the end of that game. I'm not 100% sure, obviously, because I've never played it before, but it's got some pretty strong end of the game feelings going on. So we'll see if that lasts the whole night or not. If it doesn't, then I'm sure we'll find something to finish the night out with, depending on what time it is. Friday will be EDF. It'll probably be a later start to it than normal, so we might do some other stuff first. But we'll see. Normally I would like play some RuneScape or something, but that is not going to happen because I have just started the aerial fishing grind. And anyone who's ever done that grind in RuneScape knows that it is dreadfully, incredibly tedious and boring, and it takes a very long time. So, I fear there will be no RuneScape to be had for possibly months, depending on how diligent I am, I guess. But anyway. Then of course the weekend. It depends on who's around, what days. There'll probably be at least a little star rupture. I'm not sure if we'll do it both days or not. But any days where we don't do star rupture will be Valheim, I guess. I'm not sure how much star rupture is left. There's a decent amount, obviously, but I assume once we can make the power cell and get into that big structure, unless we discover something particularly exciting in there, and it'll probably be a little bit of goofing around a factory and then wrap it up. Maybe upgrade a core a few times and fight off a few waves of enemies and call it there or something. It's best not to play an early access game too much unless you burn yourself out on it. I speak from experience there. But anyway, I believe that's the plan for this week. For tonight, though, is anyone streaming anything on the old follow list? No, they aren't. Really? Wow, okay. Well, I guess that's that then. I think they've all been ending before I have, and that is distressing. Means I can't raid them. Lazy bastards. Well, I guess that means I won't raid anybody tonight. Hopefully, I see you all back here tomorrow for more running around in the woods hunting deer and chopping down trees. And I will see you all later. Good night and goodbye.